So guys, I will challenge you more than previous speaker. First of all, please take your phones, every one of you, if you're not using it, and check your screen time. My screen time is way too big. I'm 13 hours a day on my phone, which is, let me translate you that, yeah, is a real way to express it, but let me translate you that. It's more than 780 minutes daily, which is 91 hours out of 168 hours in a week. So more than a half week I'm on my phone. I'm not the role model for that, but okay, it's my job. And then they say influencers don't work. Please, please. On the other side, it's not about the numbers, it's about the purpose. You know, that's everything you should have in mind when you think about social media. The purpose. And I'm gonna tell you today about what's actually the purpose of social media in a positive way. Everyone thinks of social media just in negative things, and about negative things. But let's be a bit more positive. At my university, they teach me that the best way to express something or to teach someone something is through examples. So I will finally put my law degree in use after 7 years. And yeah, my mentor would be thrilled to hear that. But I will tell you one example. But before that, I want to tell you that I'm not gonna reinvent anything new today. I'm not gonna tell you anything revolutionary, but I will tell you actually everything you know, just to raise your awareness about social media. So let's go back to that example. There was an influencer from my hometown, Tuzla, and actually he made one of the biggest things when it comes to social media and for the health system of my country, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Actually, what he did, he got messages and messages about horrible conditions of oncology, hematology, actually appalling conditions of hematology oncology department at the university clinic of Tuzla. What he did, he sent those testimonials of patients to another 20 plus influencers. What happened? They posted it on social media in one day at the same time, and the day after, Prime Minister called him for a meeting with media. What he did there, he told to them, this is horrible. What's happening here is horrible. Patients were getting chemotherapies on wooden chairs, and that's the even best part of it, what was happening in the other side. Actually, what happened? After one day, he made a crowdfunding campaign with his colleagues, and 14 days after, they raised more than 160,000 euros for that department. 7 months later, Tuzla got the most modern oncology hematology department in the country. I guess you know who's the influencer. Huh? Thank you. Thank you. This is not a story about the influencer to be true. This is a story about the power of form, which is super important. On the other side, please raise your hand if any one of you ever got encouraged to share or to donate because they've seen a short form video, Reels, TikTok or something else, and actually made a real donations. I'm first. Okay. You see, this is the true power of social media. Almost everyone in this audience did that. That's why social media is a good thing. On the other side, they say you are what you consume. I guess that's also fine to use for social media. If it's up to that, I would be a yummy cheesecake, I guess. But life is much more than this superficial thing. Life is about much more important things. A lot of people think about social media in the way, and I guess a lot of you think about, okay, I'm gonna use it for relaxation. But analytics says that we relax way too much because every one of us, not everyone, but most of us, is using social media daily more than 3 hours. Right? I think that we relax way too much because that's 12.5 of our day on social media, which means that's 21 hours in a week, which means that's almost 1 day on social media. Isn't it way too much of relaxation? I wouldn't say the social media is way too relaxed. Okay, it is. But I think it's the addiction. How it come? How we use social media, most of us. Okay, let's see what my friends are doing. Let's see what friends of friends are doing. Let's see what friends of friends are doing. And we then spend more than 3 hours. So, short-form video and social media are important part of our days daily, right? Beside that, why is it important? Of course, every one of us wants to learn something, to see what our friends are doing on social media. Is it interesting what my friends are doing on Maldives? But if you have that rich friends, of course. I don't. But when we consume, actually, without awareness, we risk of becoming a passive passengers in our lives. And what's the point and what's the purpose, actually? Social media is not a problem as a lot of people see it. It's a potential if you want it. Actually, it can distract us, but also it can connect and wake us up. It can, of course, be bad, but it can be also a good thing for us, right? Because the real cheesecake of life is happening after we turn our phones. And that's the point of everything, you know. What are we doing and who we are after that social media, after we spend 3 hours and more on social media? That's the real purpose. And if we consume it with purpose, we will create with purpose too. On the other side, I want to dissect 2 terms which are very important when it comes to social media. It's action and consummation. I know you think in some other way, but in social media way, I will also put my law degree again in use and tell you through an example. I will tell you 4 words, which are 4 sentences, very strong. Serbia, government, students, and protests. What the students, you already know, did in Serbia is enormous thing. You know, they used social media, and social media was their actually main weapon to go against the government and the country, because 90% of media is under political, the main political party. But what they did actually, they made from people who were consuming and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling to actually action. And what was the outcome? The biggest protests ever made in this region, with more than 1 million people, thanks to social media on 15th of March. That's the real example, and that's the easiest example I could tell you. Students made people to action and to really do something, and they really did it. On the other side, consummation of social media, if you are using for a trashy, pardon my French, content, is irrelevant. Also, it's irrelevant if you're using it for good things. I mean, irrelevant for a lot of people. If you're sending your friends cute kittens or nice recipe, it's irrelevant. Sorry for telling you, I'm doing it also, but it's irrelevant. Why is it irrelevant? Because only relevant things when it comes to social media is if we are doing something even a little bit good for someone that they can achieve from it. That's the real thing when it comes to social media. Social media is a great thing, if you ask me, and I always tell that. But what means great thing in a world that changes faster than we can scroll? Actually, it is great. It is great, and I will tell you now in a which way. Connect doesn't just mean to send someone message or to react on someone comment. It means to being actually open to new things, open to another perspectives, to learn something. Doesn't just mean to read an article or watch tutorial. It's actually another thing. You have to be actually open to different lives and different perspectives. We are all human beings and we are super diverse and different. And that's actually the point of social media too. The very important term when it comes to social media is authenticity. Actually, being authentic as you are, me as an influencer or you are on social media, it's super important because you will tell to some little guy somewhere there, okay, it's good that you are authentic too, which is super nice. It's good if you are black, white, gay, straight, whatever. It's super nice. You are just super the way you are. And that's actually the importance of social media. You should ask ourselves after this talk or now, is the social media using you or you are using the social media? You know, social media undoubtedly changed the world. It's a nice tool for shaping a lot of things. It's a nice way to launch a career, to make a movement, to make a change. But at the end, when everything goes down, we are just humans. If it's helping you to evolve, to empower, or just to be at the end a better person, okay, you're still good, you're on a good path, and that's the way how you should use social media. The most powerful, I will read this, the most powerful way to change the world is to live in front of our children the way we would like them to be, said Graham White. And I would just put it into today's actually talk and tell you, be careful who and what do you follow. Because let's go back. We are what do we follow. And as you could see, I'm a bad presentation guy. I didn't do it. And also I wasn't that organized. So I didn't send my presentation at the time. Ismar, sorry. So I had to print 2 things to finish my talk today. And to show you, the first photo is the Clinical Center Oncology Department on the first day. And this is 7 months later. And that's the purpose of everything, especially of social media. Thank you very much.